Hello, this is Clark with Learn to Blog, and today we will be talking about gravity forms, one of our biggest values as part of the ultimate blog design. So, what we have here is we have a few sample forms that we include with the package, just to kind of get in and kind of show you how it works. We don't want to kind of we want to give you some examples. Essentially, is what this is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one from scratch, just so that you can see how it works. Right now, our contact page has our say hello form in it, which has the first name, last name, email, phone number, subject, and your message. You hit send. Let me show you how to set up something really similar to this. So let's go ahead and get started with that. So to do that, I'm going to go to Add New here at the top. We're going to call this, we'll just be real generic about it, just contact form. Form description. Because you can display this, let's be less generic. Let's say reach out and say hello. And then form description is we'll put please send me any of your questions or comments below in the form below. I will do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Cool. That works. Now I could have put this in the page, but honestly, it's all right here, and we have the option to display this information right above the form, so why not do it here? It makes everything nice and efficient. So I'm creating that form now. Saved. Now it's going to send me to the form editor. This is where I actually build it. So, what is the form editor? Well, let's go ahead and build it real quick, and then we'll play with the settings. So we have a couple of different options here off to the right. We have standard fields, advanced fields, post fields, pricing fields. We're not going to use all of these, but some of these we will. So I believe what we need, we're going to start with the advanced fields. We have the name and date and all of that. I'm going to go ahead and put in name. I believe it should show up with that over here. So it's going to give me first and last name. What else? What other information we might want? Maybe a phone number. So that's going to pop up over there. Perhaps a website. And that should show up hopefully over here. If it doesn't, I'll hit, there we go. There it is. And then let's see here. Let's go over to standard fields and put single line text. We'll use that as, say, our subject. And we'll do paragraph text. Now I'm going to kind of go over some of what these other items are. So a drop down is where you ask a question and you give a set list of answers, and you click on the box and it drops down and they select their answer. You have a number. I'm sure what that is. Maybe it asks you for a specific number of something that you may need. I don't know. Check boxes. I think that's where you select more than one of a specific item. I'm not sure what hidden is. You can put sections into your form. You can also add some HTML if you know some code. And you can change the page. So if you want to do a multi-page type of form, this will indicate that to go on to the next page. So paragraph text, that's a large, that's essentially the message people will send. That's more than one line. And then single line would be just a line of text. Advanced fields, you can do first name, last name. You can do title, first name, middle name, last name, suffix. I mean, you can do all these things. It's great. Date, time, phone number, address, website, email address. They can upload a file. You can add a CAPTCHA to it, which is suggested to kind of reduce your spam coming in. And then you can offer a list, I guess, to choose from is another option there. So definitely you can insert these in and you can click on these. So I'm clicking on it to see what our options are. Right now this is labeled untitled. We want to label it message. And then in appearance, we can put a placeholder in here which would say, how can I help you, or something like that. And then you can put special classes in here, special CSS classes in here to change the styling of how this displays. And there's an advanced field of who this displays for, and the conditional logic's pretty cool as well. What this is is, let's say we only want the message, this part of the form, to show up if they've entered in a subject. So this would be invisible until they filled something in here. Then you could enable conditional logic, show this field if any of the following match. We'll say untitled is, and then you can add more to it if you wanted to, or is greater than, or starts with, or contains a space, or something like that. So we do that, and that would do it. So, but we're not going to do that. So go in and change this to, say, subject, website, phone, name. We can change the name. We'll do the full-on everything. So appearance. Let's see here. Options do we have? General. Oh, so you can do this. So you can do a prefix, middle, suffix. So let's turn them all on and see what happens. Suffix, and we can require it too. So you can have all that information in here. Honestly, just a first and last name, maybe a suffix or a prefix would be good. No middle name. That's good. That looks good to me. So, phone number. You can do the American style or the international style, depending on who you're building this for and who your target audience is. You can make it required. And actually, you don't have to make that required, but you could if you wanted to. In the appearance, you can use the form settings below inputs, above. So, just to see what that looks like. And you can put a description on here if you wanted to. So you can do that. A lot of the same options for all of these. And that's how that works. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Okay. And actually, that was the message. That's okay. So I'll go ahead and get rid of this one. And put the message back in there. All right. And that's it. So you can reorder these if you want to. So if we put a let's say we want to ask for the website at the end. So you can drag it around however you want. And then we'll update form. And the page will reload. After it reloads, let's go into form settings. Let's take a look at that. So these are the settings for this specific form that we're making now. We have that information there. Some alignment options. We also have form button, input type. It can say submit or even send. That works. We could have an image if we wanted to, and then we would put the URL for where that image is living. Make this conditional. This doesn't show up unless certain information is given. So I showed you what that looked like. You can add a save and continue for really long forms. You can limit the number of entries if you wanted to, say 2 total entries, and you have reached the maximum number of NTS entries. And then you have these different options here at the bottom as well. Anti-spam, enable animations if you want to, sure. So update form settings. And then confirmations are next. So this is the confirmation to let the visitor know that the form was successfully sent and what that message looks like. So here's the default confirmation. Go ahead and select that. You can create a brand new one if you wanted to. And it displays, thank you for contacting us. We will get in touch with you shortly. And that is perfect. That's fine with me. But you have all these tools up above to completely customize exactly what that thank you message says after someone sends a message. So, and then you would save that and you'd be done. You could also, if you have special HTML that you want to put in, you can select text over here and paste that HTML in here, or write it by hand, however you want to do that. So that's if you want to display text. Up here, if you wanted to go to a thank you page or something like that, select this and it's going to ask you which page that we want to send that visitor to after submitting that form. And the last one is a redirect. So you can send them to another page or something that's not on your website if you wanted to. So, and those are those options right there. So I'm going to go ahead and go into notifications. This is how you are notified that a form has been submitted. So admin notification, by default, whatever you set as your email address for the site, which is done in settings, is where this email will be sent, and that is this right here. So what I would do typically is I would erase this and put something like I would just write in what email address you want it to be sent to, honestly. So for this, I would do blog setup at learntoblog.com. And you can add multiple if you wanted to. I could also send it to another email account. But that's for this is fine. And you can rename the name of this notification. So send to enter an email, select a field, configure routing if you want to. You have all these options up here. You can set who's this from. So learn to blog, and then admin emails also. So you can it can be sent from a different email. So let's say I wanted it to be sent from blog setup, but I wanted it to send to my email, clarke@learntoblog.com, and if they wanted to reply to this, or if I wanted to reply to this, where would it go? I would want it to also go to my email. Excuse me. So, actually, no, I want it to go to this one. So, you also have a blind carbon copy that you can put in here. It's additional email addresses you can put in here. This is the subject of this, and then you can put in additional text for instructions or something like that. So these are all the different options, and then you would save that, and you could and you have essentially set up your form. It's done at this point. Now we have to implement the form. To implement the form, we have to put it on a page or a post or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to Pages. I'm going to Contact. And here's the form that was there. It was called Say Hello. So it's the one that was there before we started. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that, and I'm going to add the form. So that is this button. Not to be confused with Add Contact Form, which is this one over here. That's a part of the Jetpack plugin that gives you just a standard contact form. So we're going to be using this one. Select Form, reach out and say hello. I want the form title there, I want the description there, and sure, enable Ajax, sure, why not. And then I'm going to hit update. Great, let me hit OK. That's going to update. Now I'm going to the contact page. This was the former one. Now I'm going to reload it. There it is. And this is our form. So, excellent. So we have all the different information for the first name. We have that description, and reach out and say hello. And it says send instead of submit there, with website, all of that. Notice a little star there for the name. That means all of this is a required information here. You could also put, I didn't put an email in there. So keep in mind, once this has been set, I can actually go back. Let's go back this way. And do it this way. So I can go back into Forms. And then go to reach out and say hello. And I'm going to edit the form. And then we're also going to talk about the add-ons. And that will be it. So we have name, phone. Let's put email in between name and phone. So that would be under advanced fields. I believe email is right there. It's going to show up at the bottom. There we go. There's email. And I'm going to move this up. So I'm going to click and drag it up above phone number. There we are. So we have name, email, phone number, subject. Update form. And there we have it. So that's going to reload the page. If I go here and reload here, it should say email in here now. And it does, right there. Excellent. So it's that simple to not only create forms, but also update them. It's wonderful. So let's look at some of the add-ons. And this is actually what makes this plugin worth $200. It is, we have all these different options to add on. So if you're wanting to do things like take payment or integrate into other services, there's some amazing add-ons that will allow you to do that that aren't available for someone who just gets the entry-level version of the software. So we have all these kinds of different different add-ons that you can use. You can add signatures on, you can add a quiz, a poll. Amazing. You can do a survey. And I believe this is for easily taking credit card payments if you wanted to do that. Yeah, so user registration, you can definitely do something like that. And then tagging into Zapier for different automation stuff, which is pretty neat. So yeah, that is those are the add-ons, and feel free to jump in here and kind of, search what this is and what this is. If you're not sure or you're curious, feel free to do that. So that is Gravity Forms, and those are the add-ons. I look forward to seeing what you create, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask support at Gravity Forms or post to the Facebook group. Thanks and take care. Bye-bye.